Okay, so institutional loans, they are hard assets. Loans are personal property and not real estate. It's a very important distinction. Sometimes people, a lot of times people come from a real estate background and they want to venture over into notes. And that's one of the hardest things for them to wrap their minds around, is that notes are finance, and there are a lot of rules and regulations and strategies that you have to think about differently. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to buy this non-performing note and then I'll be able to foreclose and flip this house. And you got to look at strategies a lot more carefully, because it could get you in trouble. So banks, hedge funds, investors, they buy and sell loans just like real estate investors buy and sell properties. So that's another thing. Like the layman out there doesn't think of loans the same way as they think about real estate, but loans are bought and sold all the time. It's just like any other asset. When banks get in trouble, they sell some or all of their non-performing notes to other banks or hedge funds. Typically, you'll see the biggest pools of notes get sold to the biggest banks, and they in turn will keep what they want. They'll sell the rest off to smaller hedge funds. Those smaller hedge funds will do the same thing on down the line until it gets to the bottom street level investors, or the people that are going to take it all the way to liquidation. Okay, and this is another important thing to really understand if you're new to notes. What the borrower owes the lender is fixed by the note agreement and can be completely different than what the current note holder bought the loan for, right? So the face amount of the loan might be $100,000. Maybe they went into default and stopped paying, and now they actually owe $150,000 on that note. That borrower owes $150,000. Now, you as the owner of the note, you can say, well, I don't want to wait and go through this whole process of collecting to get to my $150,000. I would rather take $80,000 for it today. And then they find another note investor on the secondary note market who will buy that loan for $80,000. The seller of that note, is free of their asset, and they have the cash, but the borrower still owes the $150,000. What you paid for that loan is completely irrelevant. It doesn't matter. So that's another important thing to get in your head. It's very similar to real estate as well, right? What you buy your real estate for doesn't really matter to the person you sell it to. The price is what the price is.